Hello, student. I hope that you are doing just fine. For today's lesson, we have 20 useful phrases in making a presentation. So without further ado, get a pen and paper with you and let's get started. So for non-native speakers, giving a presentation in English can be quite a predicament. There are just so many aspects to consider. Firstly, the audience. Do you know them well? In which case, more informal language can be used. Or are they unfamiliar to you? If this is the case, the more formal expression should be adopted. Whether you use more formal or informal language, it is important to engage the audience through positive body language and a warm welcome. Your tone of voice and changes in intonation are additional useful tools, and you might consider asking them relevant questions. It could be real or rhetorical. So the audience also needs to see a clear and logical structure to follow you effortlessly. Useful linking expressions, when delivered well, provide effective bridges guiding the audience from one point to the next. So here are 20 useful phrases for presentations in English for effective structure and linking. Let's start with introduction. So this example given here, which is actually common, is to say good morning or good afternoon. Here we have good morning or good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to my presentation. First of all, let me thank you all for coming here today. The next one that you can use when you are having your presentation for introduction is, let me start by saying a few words about my own background. And as you can see on the screen, our topic today is, and you can just add something on that. Next is presentation structure. We have here, in my presentation, I'll focus on. So you can say it that way. Or another one, you can say, this presentation is structured as follows. And you can explain a little bit about the structure of your presentation. All right. Next part is timing. I think it is also important that your audience knows the timing, like uh, how long is this presentation going to be. So the phrase here that you can use is, you can say it will take about, say for example, 20 minutes to cover these topic or lessons or issues and so on, whatever it is that you are presenting. So this is a phrase that you can use about timing or to tell how long your presentation is going to be. All right, next is definitely about handouts. If you have some handouts, you can say something about this as well. Or if you have a PowerPoint, you can say something about that as well. So here are three given examples or useful phrases that you can use when you are having a presentation. Number one is, does everybody have a handout or copy of my report? So you can say it that way. I'll be handing out copies of the slides at the end of my talk. Okay, you can do the same thing. And last one is, I can email the PowerPoint presentation to anyone who would like it. Okay, these are phrases that can help you out when you want to express something or when you want to tell something about your handouts. Next is going to be about questions, okay? So in a presentation, after like saying a lot of things about your topic or about presenting many things about your lesson, definitely, I think one of the ways to basically know that they have learned something or if they really are interested about your topic, you can ask question. And these these are the ways to, or these are some phrases to help you out on asking them about questions. So you can say, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them, or telling them about it. And next one is, if you don't mind, I'd like to leave questions until the end of my talk, and then there will be time for a question and answer session or Q&A session at the end. So you could say it that way. this one and this one if you would like your audience to ask you questions at the end. All right, so next one is sequencing phrases. And it is very important because when you are presenting or telling a story or telling something, it has to be like on a sequence. And these are the phrases that can help you. First of all, I'd like to give you an overview of. Next, I'll focus on and then we'll consider. All right, another one, then I'll go on to highlight what I see as the main points of. And then lastly, you can go like, finally, I'd like to address the problem of. So as you can see, you have the word first of all, which indicates the first thing that you want to say. Next, if you said something already, then you can use next. And also then, and then if this is the last thing that you want to say about a certain point or topic, then you can use finally. Finally, I'd like to address the problem. Okay, next one is highlighting information. And if you want to highlight a certain, like a very, very important information, you can use these phrases. You have, I'd like to put the situation into some kind of perspective. You can also say, I'd like to make more detailed recommendations regarding whatever topic is that, whatever thing that you want to um, make more detailed recommendation. I'd like you to think about the significance of this figure here. And last one is whichever way you look at it, the underlying trend is clear. So these are some phrases that you can use when you want to highlight an information, when you think a certain information is really, really significant or important. And lastly, well, at the end of your presentation, yeah, you say something also before you end it. And these are some phrases that you can use. I just like to finish with the words of maybe you have a word of a famous scientist or a politician or an author, or you quoted something from the book. And yeah, you can have that. And also you can say, now let's go out and create opportunities for, say for example, you want to encourage people to apply what they have learned during your presentation. So yeah, these are just some, these are guides. Definitely you can change a little bit, and or you can have your own, but again, this guidance or these phrases would help you when you are doing your own presentation. So yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you so much. And just wanting to share 2 Timothy 2:15. Do your best to present yourself to God as one approved, a worker who does not need to be ashamed and who correctly handles the word of truth. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much. Please do like this video, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Have a great day. Bye-bye.